So today I'm talking about the mindset shifts that made it possible for me to build a six-figure self-publishing business and take it from zero to six figures, and how you can apply the same mindset principles to build a YouTube channel, because it's the same game, different platform, slightly different rules, but you know the mindset behind it stays the same. And people don't realize that the biggest part of winning in business and in life in general is the way you think about reality and how you approach business by looking at things in a specific way. And if you have mental habits that prevent you from operating at a high level, then you're going to find it very difficult to achieve your goals. So I'm just going to give you a few mindset shifts that you can make that's going to make it a lot easier for you. So the first thing is, you have to believe it's possible for you. Now this might sound very simple, but it's very true, because a lot of people go into this game, any online business, whether it's YouTube or self-publishing, and think that, they're just going to dabble in it and then somehow they're going to be successful. Because if you dabble in anything, in other words, just put your foot in the water and you don't dive into it and submerge yourself into whatever you're doing, then you're going to get half the results because you're not committed. I found out how many people actually think this way, people who sit in the sidelines and never get in the game, because in my previous business, which I was quite successful in, I did an online course which gave me access to a community, and there's a Facebook group in there, and people ask questions and they say things. But more importantly, it's a fairly prominent self-publishing company, educational company that provides courses, and they used my success and my name and stuff in their marketing and advertising. So my name was out there, and people started contacting me on Facebook and asking me questions. And one of the biggest questions that I got was, is this real? Is this a scam? Is this even possible? And I got many messages in that, kind of similar question. But it's basically, people not believing that something like this is possible. Now, if you don't believe it's possible, then you're either going to dabble in it or you're never going to get in the game. So you got to convince yourself first that this is possible for you, because if you don't, then you're going to lose. So believe it's possible and then move forward. The second thing is that everything is your responsibility, right? If you start a business online, it doesn't matter if it's not directly your fault, it's still your responsibility. The good, the bad, everything in between is all on you. And the good news is, if you take responsibility, then that empowers you. Because if you blame shift responsibility, then you take all the power away from you, you put it in someone else's hands. So take responsibility for everything. The next thing is to execute on knowledge, because knowledge by itself means nothing, right? So if you educate yourself by watching videos and you're commenting on Facebook groups, but you're not taking action, then you're just procrastinating, right? One of the biggest forms of procrastinating I've seen in these online communities is people asking questions in Facebook groups and other communities and other forums, just constantly asking questions. And you always see the same faces in these groups. Not that it's not bad asking questions, but at some point you got to get over the fear of, this is not going to work, this is a scam, all these kind of things. You have to get over it, because otherwise you're just finding ways not to take action, right? By constantly asking questions, constantly checking, is this okay, is that okay? Because there's one big rule at the end of any online business that is kind of unspoken and people don't talk about it. Nobody fully understands the algorithm and everything else in the platform. So in essence, there are no rules except the platform's rules. But in terms of success, what I mean by no rules is you can make a video in any form or any way you see fit, as long as you stay within the platform's rules. There's no guru that knows 100% all the time. You can play around, do things, make a short, make a long form video. You know, there's no hall monitor telling you like, oh, you can't do that. Again, just keep in mind, as long as you stay within the platform's rules and regulations, of course. But otherwise, you know, you got freedom as a creator to put your work out there and let the people decide if they like it or not. So today, you know, for example, I'm out in the park for a walk. I'm filming. Usually I'm filming in my apartment. I don't know if people are going to like this. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, right? So just try things. Put yourself out there, you know. What else are you going to do? Just think about it. It's not going to change anything, right? Another thing is be consistent, right? Whatever you start doing, be consistent in it. It's like going to the gym once and then thinking, well, now I'm done, I'm going to change my body. No, you have to consistently go to the gym for weeks and months and even years to get where you want to go. That's the thing, right? So be consistent in your efforts and whatever you do. Whether it's posting once a week, twice a week, 5 days a week, just build a pattern and stay consistent in that, right? Another thing is, know that you will have obstacles and setbacks and periods where you think this is not working. This is part of business, especially online businesses, which, you know, there's big platforms, big algorithms we don't have any control over. So don't think you're just going to walk in and it's going to be, you know, just a joy from day one, right? There's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be periods where you don't see the growth you want to, and you have to persist through that. That's why a lot of people quit, because they think because somebody else monetized their channel within a month that's the norm, but it's not. Most people have to go through a period of time where they don't see any results, and you have to be cool with that. You have to be fine with, you know, slow growth for a while. But if it's fast, great. But just expect that things in any business, there's going to be roadblocks, setbacks, times of bad growth. That's normal, right? But learn from your mistakes, right? Don't be so hard on yourself. Put yourself out there. Okay, so those are just some basic mindset ideas for you to keep in mind for building your YouTube channel. There's a lot of other stuff that matters, but those are just basic stuff that's going to push you in the right direction. But the most important thing is just to get off the bench, because if you're watching and thinking, what if, nothing's going to change. So, yeah, get in the game. Okay guys, that's it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.